we got to like smash. I had like 3 cheeseburgers in a row, like with no cuts. I don't know how he had that much roll like film in the camera, but we were able to ride around for like 10 whole minutes and just eat cheeseburgers. We realized we're eating them in like 3 bites, double burgers, just like 3 bites, done.
Zac, Sean, congratulations on an incredible movie. I saw it a couple of days ago, and I promise you there was not a dry eye in the house. It's such a great movie.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Sean, I'm going to start with you. Telling the story totally hinged on finding the perfect choices for the brothers. So what made Zac the perfect Kevin Von Erich for you?
Well, Zac's a big old sweetheart, just like Kevin, so...
We're going to wrap. That's perfect.
That's it. That's the core right there. You know, it's like, you know, obviously Zac's physicality and his athleticism is clear, but it's that, that sweetness that Kevin has. It was just... It's an unusual lead character in that he's quite quiet and sort of passive, even though he's this strong, incredible athlete. And so to access that, was really, really important.
That was really fun initially talking with Sean about that and the character of Kevin, and just that he found, some parallels, I think, between his, one was his athleticism, but then was his personal demeanor, which was quite different. And it really did click when I talked to Sean about him. There's something about him that I thought I could play really well. Happy you did.
Mate, I can confirm you did play him very well. You're absolutely fantastic. Zac, the closeness of the brothers is something that really comes through in the movie, and that's why that final scene is so devastating. So I was wondering, which of your co-stars from all of your previous projects would you say you've learned the most from?
Oh man, that's a really great question. Russell Crowe jumps to mind. I learned quite a bit from him. You're talking about on this film or on all movies?
Yeah, all movies.
All movies? Oh, okay. What did you say initially? This film? Sorry. It's hard to say. I mean, I learned a lot from everyone on this film. I learned a lot from working with all of my co-stars on this film. I've worked with Maura before, but she's so incredibly talented. It's impossible not to take some presence and magic away from her. Holt is a whole different kind of performer. I absorbed a lot from him. Stanley and Harris were both fantastic in very, very different ways, but very dynamic ways. And Jeremy's really fun to act opposite as well. He's very open and just honest and raw. And these are all things that, you come out of a scene, you've been on an adventure with somebody, and it feels real and alive. I think so. Just that fun and that creative process, you can't help but be learning. And that's why I love doing this.
Yeah, I can imagine. So Zac, I've known you've spoken many times before about your transformation, taking around 6 to 7 months of non-stop training. So I'm not going to ask you about that because I imagine you've spoken about it a lot. But what I'd love to know is, what was your first junk food cheat day that you had after you finished filming? Because honestly, that would have been the thing that kept me going.
We actually shot it in the movie. Sean put it in a scene. It was like the last, I think it was probably the last week of filming. And there was a scene we got to just drive around in a truck, and we got to like smash. I had like 3 cheeseburgers in a row, like with no cuts. I don't know how he had that much film in the camera, but we were able to ride around for like 10 whole minutes and just eat cheeseburgers until it was amazing. Yeah.
I think it's honestly one of the most genuine moments in the movie because no one says a word for like 45 seconds.
No, and also we realized we're eating them in like 3 bites. Like it was bad. We were like double burgers, just like 3 bites, done. It was so funny.
There's a great moment fairly early on in the movie where Kevin is trying to get used to the camera and he keeps on messing up his lines. What was the hardest scene that you guys have both had to master throughout your careers, whether it was from like non-stop corpsing or just impossible camera sequences?
I don't know, Sean. That's a good question for you. Usually the more challenging the shot is, blocking wise, the more fun it is for me. I don't know about you, Sean. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, sometimes the biggest shots that you do, the most complicated, are not easier, but you end up spending more time preparing them, and you end up having sort of a clear plan. So even though they seem like, I remember doing a shot in a TV show I did called Southcliffe, where we had like a long handheld take of a journalist getting out of a car, walking up to like a crime scene, and it was like this long thing, and we timed it with like a helicopter flying above, and in the distance, like a mile away, there was like police lights, and so we did this whole thing in one take, and we shot it like, because of like the light, we only had like, 30 minutes to shoot it, so we knew we were only going to get 3 resets. But when you do, and it was the same as like entering the sportatorium in this.
Yeah,
right. We only had a certain amount of time because of the light, and sometimes like you prepare for that and you prepare for it, and then when you're doing it, it's the most complicated thing, but actually you're just, everyone knows what they're doing and they're just executing it, and there's a real rush to that and like excitement.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot to be said about blocking things out. The camera it's its own character in the work, especially the way Sean works, and I think that's when you truly get the full effect of cinema, is when the camera work's all set up and you kind of just get to exist in it.
It's the real magic of movie making, isn't it? So I've got one more question. Thought it'd be fun to finish on a fun one, Zac. There's that fantastic scene in the movie where Kevin's getting used to becoming famous, and there's that wonderfully awkward scene between you and Lily. But I was wondering, what's been the weirdest request that you've ever had from a fan? And feel free to keep it PG.
Oh man, there's been some funny ones over the course of the years. Man, I can't recall anything specific. I recently, my little brother, he's been getting some weird ones. I'm not always present for him anymore, but he's getting me the offload a lot. Like a lot of, I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. There's been some really
I love it. We're just waiting for it.
Yeah, I should prep that answer. I really don't. I can't.
Guys, honestly, thank you so much for your time today. I absolutely adore this movie. I honestly think it's such a perfect film, and it's such a joy to talk to you both. So congratulations, and hopefully get to talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
We're here to restore justice to the Wrestling Federation that our father built with his own 2 hands. The hands that were passed down to us. The hands that will deliver the iron claw to you.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Kevin Hart.
Hi, my name's Eric Stonestreet.
Hi, I'm Margot. I'm Journey.
I'm James McAvoy.
I'm Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm Rebel Wilson.
I'm Jeremy Clarkson.
I'm going to be translating some Scottish tweets for It's Gone Viral.
On It's Gone Viral.
Ooh. On It's Gone Viral.